Peace and blessings to the chosen, Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, glory, and honor be to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim pushing his truth with sincerity and charity, risking their lives and freedom to do so. I'm the brother alive, and I'm going to be responding to these two videos that I've come across my feed, and I'm not going to be playing them, but I will put these in the description. The first one here is says the real Ronald McDonald. There's a good reason why I won't be playing it right here on my channel. And then there's yeah, and then there's the back to school. Okay. It's a back to school commercial, and it's basically about preparing kids for school shootings, basically. And the theme of this video is pretty dark. I'm sorry, it's pretty dark. The Spirit got me touching this subject to edify. I hate to be the mayor of bad news. I would love to give the good news all the time, but there's some things that need to be talked about in this wicked place, in this wicked world, and it preys upon children. This wicked world preys upon children. This subject is going to be very dark, okay? Especially if you go watch these videos, I'm going to put them in the description, okay? But I'm getting the desolate places from Malachi 1 and 4. It says a place laid to waste, ruin, waste, a desolation. And these places were brought back to modern day, such as sodomy, which was burnt up and destroyed in Sodom and Gomorrah. But today it's your modern day Pride Month and homosexuality. The Queen of Heaven spirit and the Vashti spirit. Today is feminism, and many forms of idolatry even have been brought back and multiplied. But a great deal of idolatry, a great portion of idolatry is the sacrificing unto Molech. So Jeremiah 32 and 35, and they built high places of Baal, which is another idol, which are in the valley of the son of Hinnom, to pass their sons and daughters, to cause their sons and daughters to pass through the fire unto Molech, which I commanded them not. Neither came it into my mind that they should do this abomination to cause Judah to sin. And Molech is who they would sacrifice their children to, and that today is modern day abortion, forced abortion. That is today, and not to be confused with a miscarriage. Something that's unintentional is different. Isn't that accidental or things happen, but this is when you literally cause children to pass through the fire. And this is a sacrifice because it would make your life better in theory, or according to the doctrine of sacrificing children to Molech. And today they do abortions because they say in their mind that it will make their life better and it's better for the child. And this is their doctrine and what they say. But this is just not one of the only forms of predatory actions upon children. And when you go and watch these videos, the back to school shooting video, preparing the kids to basically be shot at and survive school shootings, and be ready for it. And then you have this other video, the real Ronald McDonald, and how he preyed upon children. Now, of course, I believe the Ronald McDonald video is AI, and it's just, AI is getting out of control. But, what they say, there's a little truth to every rumor. So I had to make sure I clarified that it's I believe it's AI, and it's not everything you see you can trust, but there is some truth to a lot of things that you see that are even rumors. Um, and that's why I clarified. But here we are. Um, I wanted to say that the uh, the United States of America has been made great by child sacrifice. In fact, um, even since its beginning and before it was created, uh, they were sacrificing. They were throwing babies in the gator pits. Like, um, of course, during chattel slavery against our people, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the true children of Israel, our children were sacrificed. And yeah, that's this is a high form of witchcraft. Is what I'm trying to tell you. Is that when people mess with children, it's a high form of witchcraft, because what the scripture says is to train up a child, and they are the most, how you say, I wouldn't want to say pure, but the most that, for lack of better words, pure. And when you pray upon something that's so new and so unlearned, and something that is, you know, it's yeah, Proverbs 22:6, train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he is old he will not depart from it. It's like they say in the world, get them while they're young. And yeah, because they're more easy to manipulate, more easy to coerce. And there's a lot of missing children today, and whether it's cannibalism, whether it's for blood, or transport, or behind the scenes black market, dark web kind of things, snuff films, where people are going on about and actually molesting children and sending the videos to rich men who buy these kind of things. Yeah, no, it's pretty dark, and this is why this is why we need the Lord to come back and really judge and destroy this place and destroy these people. But it's very dark, and it's been one of the things that kept me from having children, because yeah, Jeremiah 16 and okay, so see, forgive me, this app sometimes it takes away a bottom layer of the scriptures from the beginning, so I'm just gonna get it in the blue letter so I can read it. There you go. So Jeremiah 16, and from the top. The word of the Lord came also unto me, saying, thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons and daughters in this place. Now, yeah, of course, the Lord said, be fruitful and multiply. And even that could be more to that. It can be manifold, because you can be fruitful and multiply in the spirit, in your works, and in your charity. But we understand that the original command was talking about being fruitful and multiplying as far as making kids, But there's a time and a place for everything, and it's just not a good time to be having children. The scripture says, woe be unto them that have a child. It's going to be a really tough time. It says, Matthew 24:16, and woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. So is a lot of children, and a lot of people with children are going to get preyed upon in those times. And even in this scripture, I want to just say another clarification. This also could be referring to a time that also happened in the past, because it says earlier, let them in Judea flee to the mountains. So that was 70 AD. So this scripture can also be referring to a time that already passed, a prophecy that already occurred, but it also can be referring to modern day. It has to be also referring to modern day, because it's what's gonna come to this place is not gonna be pretty. They say that cannibals prefer younger meat because it's more fresh and new. So this is the world that I might have to take a break out of this because of how dark this information is and how sinister, and is kind of stomach turning a bit. But I'm gonna continue to Jeremiah 16:3. It says, "For thus saith the Lord concerning the sons and daughters that are born in this place." Now, like I said, disclaimer, this also was a time past that could have happened during Jeremiah's time, but also can be related to a future prophecy, right? I'm going to continue on. It says, "And concerning their mothers that bear them, and concerning the fathers that begot them in this land, they shall die of grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but shall be as dung upon the face of the earth. They shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of the heaven and for the beasts of the earth." And I'm just gonna end it on verse 4. But it is a scary world to have children in. It is a very scary, because I didn't even list all the predatory ways that they coming after children, like the endocrine, not endocrine. I said it completely wrong. It's a word. It's like adrenal or something, but something about child blood. So I found it. It was the adrenochrome, and of course they say it's a conspiracy theory, right? But yeah, it's an image of child sacrifice. Yeah, because they believe that if you give your child up to this idol, and basically it would burn the child inside and destroy the child, that a good harvest would come, that rain would come, and a lot more. You'd be more financially stable, or you'd be more. You'd be, it'd be better. It's basically in their mind. They're saying that you sacrifice, and to an extent, that was the trade off, because they were actually dealing with demons and deities, left-handed spirits, and now, of course, the Most High has overall authority of all spirits, and the spirits that worked on the left hand, like Molech and these deities that people like this worship as God, did give them things like a bountiful harvest. Did give them things like a blossoming and flourishing gardens and whatnot. So that's why they kept doing it, because they saw there was some money in it. They saw there was some gain in it, and I touched all the subjects I wanted to touch. Lord willing, this was edifying. All praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Once again, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And salutations to the Akim out there. I'm the brother Elad, saying Shalom.